A new week has started. It's time for today's class to begin. Let's start our today's lecture. 你们好. First, let's summarize the assignment I gave to you last week. So, please take a look at the good examples of the assignment. Of last week, I asked you to write the 4 Chinese characters 七儿几九. Okay, so that is Savara Javi's assignment, and he did it very, very well. The assignment is well done, and the Chinese characters she wrote are so good, even better than some Chinese people. Okay, and the pinyin is no mistakes. Okay, so please take a look. She wrote it, the Chinese characters and the pinyin and the English meaning 10 times. And I will show you another examples. Okay, listen to me and read after me. 新年年新年 yes 新娘新娘 okay, good. 谢谢. Thank you. I will ask another student to read after me. I've told you several times, you'd better find a quiet place to have the class. Otherwise, they'll be so noisy if I ask you to speak in the class, okay? And find a quiet place and don't be interrupted by the other people when you having class, okay? So Muhammad, Awaz, Kahan, 你好. Muhammad, Awaz, Kahan, 你好. You can turn on your microphone. Okay.
您好。
Okay, 请跟我读。趁机。Read after me, please. 趁机。Where are you, Muhammad?
成绩。
成绩。
Ma'am, please repeat.
成绩。
成绩。
Okay. 发言。
成绩。
发扬。Your signal is not so good. Okay. 谢谢 Muhammad Awaz Khan. 谢谢 Okay.
成绩。
So slowly. Your response is so slowly. Okay. So I will ask another student to read after me. 谢谢 Muhammad Awaz. Okay. Savara Javid. 你好.
您好, ma'am.
Okay, 请跟我读. The other students, please read by yourself.
知道.
Okay, wait a moment. Okay, let's go on. 迟到.
迟到.
知己.
知己.
初级.
初级.
使用.
使用.
只要.
只要.
日期.
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 Okay, very good. 谢谢，谢谢。
Bush.
Everyone, can you read these words by yourself and read them correctly? Otherwise, you still need to practice more. Okay, so let's go on to do the part 2 of the phonetics. Part 2, listening, and part 2, listen to the recording and add the tone marks to E, and we needn't listen to the recording, and you can mark the tone of this Chinese character because we have learned the tone senti of E. So let's just review the rule of the tone senti of E. This Chinese character, we have learned it. How many kind of tones? How many tones does the Chinese character has?
Three kinds of tone.
Yes, 3 tones. Yes, and the first tone, right? The first tone. When shall we read it? The first tone.
When it is written in a number form or separate, a
Yes,
single word, it is
yes,
used as single word.
yes, yes. When it is used alone, used single, or used in number, we should read it with original tone, the first tone. And what is the other tones?
When it is followed by first, second, and third tone, then we
Yes.
use fourth tone. And when it is followed by a syllable with fourth tone, then we use the second tone.
Yes, very good, very good. So that's the tone senti of this Chinese character. It has 3 tones, 3 tones. When it is used alone or it is used in a number, for example, 11, 11, and Monday, 星期一. So we should read it is original tone, the first tone. And when it was put before the first tone, the second tone, and the third tone, we should, read it the fourth tone, the fourth tone. Okay? For example, 一些, 一年, 一起. Okay? We should read it the fourth tone. But when it was put before the fourth tone, we should, the tone should turn to the second tone. Are you clear? So that's one of the rules of the Chinese pinyin, the tone senti of E. So now let's do the exercises. Okay. Number 9. Number 9. So which tone shall we read it? I will ask this one of you to do this part. Okay, so Hafiz, Muhammad, Yasser. Number 9, which tone shall we read it? Hafiz, Muhammad, Yasser, are you there?
Yes, love you.
Okay. So we have just reviewed the tone senti of this Chinese character E. So are you clear and do you understand? And if you understood, you should be able to do this exercise. So number 9, which tone shall we read it? Just look at the syllable behind E, So which tone shall we read it? Can you answer the question?
Second tone, ma'am.
Second tone. Why second tone? Second tone is at here. At that here. When we read it second tone, the syllable behind it should be the fourth tone, right? So, is it right? Are you right?
Okay, ma'am.
So,
Okay, ma'am.
which tone shall we read it? Just look at
Fourth
the
tone, ma'am.
syllable. Fourth tone, right? Fourth tone, right. We should read it the fourth tone. The fourth tone because it was put before the first tone, second tone, and the third tone. We should read it fourth tone, right? So 一天, we should read it 一天. Okay, and another notice we should memorize is when we mark the tone above E, the dot should be removed. So there should be no dot. So that is the first tone and the second tone and the third tone and the fourth tone, okay? So the dot on top of E should be removed, okay? Number 9, E, Tian. Okay, number 10. Number 10, Rashid Mahmood. Rashid Mahmood, are you there?
Yes,
Okay, so which tone shall we read it?
ma'am. Second tone.
Second tone, why second tone? Second tone is at here. Second tone should be put before the fourth tone.
Sorry, ma'am.
Sorry? So, didn't you understand the rule? We have just reviewed the rule of the tone senti of E. E has 3 tones. E had 3 tones. The first tone and the fourth tone and the second tone. So when shall we read it the second tone? When it was put before the fourth tone, we should read it the second tone. But when it was put before the first tone, second tone, and the third tone, we should read it the fourth tone. And when
Yes,
it
fourth tone.
oh, which tone? Which tone shall we read it? Fourth tone. Fourth tone, right. 一年, because it was put before the second tone, right? So
Yes,
一.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so Huawei Y7 Prime 2018. Are you there? Okay, Savara Javid, number 11. Number 11. Which tone shall we read it?
Second tone.
Number 11.
Fourth tone.
First tone. Because it was put before the third tone, right? We should read it fourth tone. Okay, number 12. Number 12. Which tone?
Second tone.
Yes, way. Okay, number 13. Hafiz Muhammad. Hafiz Muhammad, number 13. Which tone shall we read it? Number 13, Hafiz Muhammad.
Fourth tone, ma'am.
Fourth tone, right, correct. Number 14, Rashid Mahmood. Which tone?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Which tone shall we read it?
Fourth tone, ma'am.
Fourth tone, right, correct. 一平, okay, good. Number 15, Rabia Noshin. Rabia Noshin. Which tone?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Which tone shall we read it?
Second tone.
Second tone, right? Is it right? Second tone is right. Is it right?
I think second tone.
Second tone. Why second tone? Here, second tone should be put before the fourth tone. So, which tone shall we read it? Rabia Noshin, it seems you still didn't understand the rule of tone sentence.
Yes, madam. This is difficult for me.
So which tone shall we read it? Second tone should be put before the fourth tone. So we should not read it the second tone. So which tone shall we read it? There, it has 3 tones. Fourth tone, right? Fourth tone, because it was put before the third tone, right? Third tone is at here, third tone. First tone, second tone, and third tone. When this Chinese character E was put before the first tone, second tone, and third tone, we should read it the fourth tone. Have you memorized that? Have you got it? Rabia Noshin, have you got it? Okay, the last one, number 16. Number 16. Rabia and Naoshin, can you do this exercise? Number 16, which one? Which tone shall we read it? Number 16. Number 16. Can you answer this question? Which tone shall we read it? Number 16.
Fourth tone.
Fourth tone. Why fourth tone? Wrong. Why fourth tone? Just when we mark the tones of this Chinese character, just look at the syllable behind it. So the syllable behind it is the fourth tone. So which tone shall we read it? Which tone shall we read it? It was put before the fourth tone, So which tone shall we read it? Hafiz, Muhammad, Yasser.
Second tone.
Which tone?
Second tone.
Second tone, right. Correct. Second tone, right. Okay, so I think it's not difficult to understand the rule. Okay, I will repeat. Okay, please listen to me. Listen to me and try to memorize that the rule. Okay, of the tone senti of yi. You know, yi. This Chinese character yi means one. It means one, and it has three tones. You know, the tone senti of this Chinese character. So when first, when it is used alone or used in a number, for example, 1, 11, 11, 21, 21, we should read it is original tone, the first tone. Are you clear? The first tone. 星期一, Monday. So we should read it the first tone. Okay, and number 2, second. When this Chinese character was used before the first tone, second tone, and the third tone, we should read it the fourth tone. Okay, fourth tone. So please take a look. 一天, 一年, and 一本. And 一瓶, 一张, 一碗. Okay, first tone, second tone, third tone. So we should read it the fourth tone. Okay, are you clear? And when it was put before the fourth tone, we should read it the second tone. For example, 一年, second tone, right? And I'm sorry. 一位, it was put before the fourth tone, right? So we should read it the second tone. 一位 and 一下. Are you clear? Rabia and Noshin, are you clear? Okay, so let's listen to the recording together. And see if we have marked the tones correctly.
第
Okay?
二部分
Part 2.
第9到16题，听录音，给下列词语中的一标注声调。
Questions 9 to 16. Listen to the recording and add the tone marks to 一、
9. 一天，
一天
10. 一年，
一年
11. 一本，
一本
12. 一位，
一位
13. 一张，
一张
14. 一瓶，
一瓶
15. 一碗，
一碗
16一下
一下 see, have we marked the tones correctly? Okay, so far we have finished doing all the exercises of lesson 4, and we have I have asked you to write these 4 Chinese characters. Okay, so you can. Okay, so do you have any questions about lesson 5? Okay, if you don't have any questions, let's start to learn the new lesson of lesson 5. Okay, lesson 5. 第5课，他女儿今年20岁。Her daughter is 20 years old. Okay, let's start from the part of the phonetics. Okay, let's learn some new knowledge of the Chinese pinyin, the retroflex funnel, the retroflex funnel. So, this Chinese character can be combined with a syllable before it, forming a retroflex syllable, which is written as a character at and spelled a syllable at in pinyin. For example, look at these new words. There are retroflex funnels in these new words. Listen to me. 小孩 it means children. Number 2, 小鸟 it means little bird. And 饭馆 restaurant. And 香水 it means perfume. See, there are many words, which has the retroflex funnels in the Chinese language. And, the word with retroflex funnels, has the meaning of kindly and, cute. For example, 小孩, if we said 小孩, that is so hard. And 小孩, so lovely and so cute. 小鸟, okay? And in our real Chinese language, we always use the retroflex funnels, okay? So I will ask one of the students to read this word after me. Okay, Rabia, Savara Javid.
Yes,
你
ma'am.
好.
您好.
When I ask one of the students to read after me, also read by yourself, okay? 小孩
小孩
小鸟
小鸟
饭馆
饭馆
香水
香水
Okay, good. 非常好，谢谢。Okay, Rabia Nashin, 你好。
您好。
Okay, 请跟我读。小孩
小孩。
很好 very good. 小鸟
小鸟
not 鸟呢小鸟
小鸟
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 饭馆
饭馆
香水
香水
Okay, good. 很好，谢谢。Thanks. Okay, so Hafiz Muhammad Yasser. 你好。
Yes, sir.
Okay, 请跟我读 and pay attention to the retroflex funnels. Okay, 小孩
小孩
小鸟
小鸟
饭馆儿，
饭馆，
香水儿，
香水，
很好，very good，very good，谢谢，谢谢，OK，Rashid Mahmood，
Yes, ma'am.
你好，你好，请跟我读，小孩儿，
Show her,
小鸟，
show near,
饭馆儿，
finger,
香水儿，
shown sure,
很好，very good，very good。OK，谢谢，谢谢。And don't forget, there is another rule. When the two third tone were put together, the first one should turn to the second tone. OK, so 小鸟，小鸟。So when in written form, we just add this Chinese character behind the word, but in pinyin, we just write the letter R behind the word, okay? Okay, so let's look at the note again. Okay, what is the retroflex funnel? What is the retroflex funnel? This Chinese character can be combined with a syllable before it, forming a retroflex syllable, which is written as, the written form is a Chinese character, the word, and add after it. And the spell is just the syllable and the letter R in pinyin, okay? So that is the retroflex funnel, okay? And let's continue to do some exercise and just review the funnels. What's the differentiation between the pronunciation of the funnels beginning with I, U, Yu? Okay. So please listen to the recording carefully together at first.
听录音并跟读，注
Read
意
after the recording.
有一、无一时发音的区别。
Listen to the recording and read after it. Pay attention to the differences between the pronunciations of the finals with and without E. 啊 Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
时发音的区别。
Listen to the recording and read after it. Pay attention to the differences between the pronunciations of the finals with and without E. 啊 呀
呀
耶
耶
凹
腰
腰
欧
优
优
安
安
烟
烟
昂
昂
央
央 Okay.
翁
ong
庸
庸 Okay.
听录音并跟读。
So let's read these funnels. Read these funnels and pay attention to the differences between the pronunciations of the funnels with and without E. Okay. So the funnels beginning with E, just spell E and the funnel together. For example, E, A, spell them together. Ya, ya, I, and yen. Okay, so Savara Javid. 好 ，OK，请跟我读啊呀
呀
耶
耶
凹
凹 腰
欧
欧
优
优
安
安
yan,
yan,
ang,
ang,
yang,
yang,
ong,
ong,
yong.
yong.
谢谢。OK，
Good.
阿克萨加，你好。
Nin hao, ma'am.
Okay, can you read these finals by yourself? Please read.
Okay, ma'am. A, ya,
很好。
an,
this one.
e,
o,
o, o, yo,
and this one. ye.
ye,
Okay,
ao,
很好，
yao,
很好，
o,
很好，
yo,
很好，
an,
很好。
yan,
很好。
ang, yang,
很好。
ong,
嗯，
yong.
非常好。Very good， 谢谢。Okay, so Rashid and Mahmoud， 你好。OK， 请跟我读。啊呀耶
耶
嗷
嗷
幺
幺
欧
哦
优
哟
安
安
烟
烟
昂
昂
央
央
翁
翁
庸。
庸
非常好，谢谢，谢谢。OK, Hafiz Muhammad Yasser， 你
Yes,
好。
okay.
OK，
Now,
请 Please read by yourself。 嗯
ya,
嗯
e,
this one。 呃
ya,
耶耶
ye, ye, o,
嗯
yo,
很好。
o, o,
欧欧
o, o, yo,
很好。
an,
this one。 安
an,
嗯
yan,
嗯
ang,
嗯
yang,
很好。
ong,
嗯
yong.
很好。 Very good, very good. Okay, so everyone, please pay attention to this funnel. Not e, and this is e, okay, and this is yeah, and you know the pronunciation is just as similar as the English yes, okay, yeah, okay, very good. Okay, now let's go on. And look at these funnels, and please listen to the recording carefully together and pay attention to the differences between the pronunciations of the funnels with and without u. Okay, so please
听录音并跟读，注意有乌、无乌发音时的区别。
Listen to the recording and read after it. Pay attention to the differences between the pronunciations of the finals with and without u.
a, wa, I, y, a, we, an, one, n, when, on, wang, wong. Okay, so just the finals beginning with u, and you just spell u and the final together. So that is u a wa and u I y. Okay, so I will ask one of you to read these finals after me. Muhammad Aslan, Asalan, Muhammad Asalan, 你好. Are you there? Aslan. Okay, Rashid Mahmood,
Yes, ma'am.
你好，请跟我读啊 wa
Wa,
I
I,
y
Y,
a
A,
way
Y,
an
N,
one
1,
n
N,
when
when,
on
on,
one
one,
n
on,
one.
one.
很好，very good，谢谢，谢谢。Okay, so Rabia Nashin, 你好。
Yes, madam.
OK，请跟我读啊
A,
wa
wa,
I
I,
y
Y,
a
A,
way
way,
way
way,
an
an,
one
one,
n when
when,
on one
one,
n one。
one.
非常好，谢谢，非常好。
谢谢。
OK, so Hafiz Muhammad Yasser, 你好。
您好，老师。
Okay, please read by yourself. Ah,
啊，
嗯
我
嗯
I
嗯，
Y
很好。
E
A A
A
嗯
A Y
嗯
an
an an
an
an not on an
an
wrong an
an
an in front an
an
go on
one
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 okay go n
an
n
an
mm,
one
when
one
okay
an one
okay good
an
okay
one
one okay good and you should pay attention to this panel an okay an one and n when an 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 in front and this one open your mouth widely and back on an okay so I will ask another one Aksaja,
Yes, ma'am.
please read by yourself.
Okay, ma'am. A, wa,
很好
I,
很好
y,
很好
e,
A
a, a, we,
再读一遍 read it again way
way,
嗯
on,
嗯
one,
good
an,
Okay, good.
when,
很好。
on,
Okay,
wang,
good.
eng,
Um,
wang.
很好 good, very good. 谢谢 Okay, I will
Bullshit,
ask-
ma'am.
Okay, so Savara Javid, read these panels again by yourself.
Okay, ma'am.
Mm.
Wa,
Wa, the first one.
wa,
Wa.
wa, I,
Mm.
way, a, way, an, one,
One.
one, one, and one,
One, the first one. One.
when,
One.
when,
An.
on,
Not on.
on,
On.
on,
On. On. Mm.
on, one,
Not one. One. Flat. One.
one,
Mm.
one,
Not one. Not one. One.
one,
Mm.
one,
Okay, go on.
when,
Um.
when,
One. Mm.
one,
Just pay attention to the tones. When we read the finals, we should read them the first tone. The first tone should be flat, okay? Okay, let's listen to the recording carefully. Again, you can read after the recording. Everyone, please read after the recording and pay attention to the differences between the finals with and without u. Why? I can't play the recording. Okay, listen to me. I will read the finals and you can read after me, okay? Wa, I, Y, A, way, an, one, n, when, on, one, one. We should just read the first tone, okay? And please take a look. The two finals, way and when, okay? When there is the initial before the final, so the written form should be written like this. For example, 对, the letter in the middle should be omitted. So that's the written form. 对, okay? And 轮, for example, 轮, if there is the initial before this final, the alphabet, the letter in the middle should be omitted. So 轮, 对. So are you clear? Okay, so please don't forget it. What's the written form come from? If there is the initial before the final, so the alphabet, the letter E should be, omitted, okay? And this final, you, for example, 求, if there is the initial in front of this final, yo, and the letter in the middle should be omitted. So that is the written form come from. Okay, so 球 Okay. So let's go on. So please look at this page and look at these panels.
听录
Listen
音
to the recording.
并跟读，注意有与
And
无与发音时的区别。
you can read after the recording.
Listen to the recording and read after it. Pay attention to the differences between the pronunciations of the finals with and without u.
约
安
安
冤
安
恩
晕
晕
Okay, so look at these panels and the panels beginning with ü and pronunciation. Pay attention to the differences between the pronunciations of the panels with and without ü. Okay, so I will ask one of you to read these panels after me. And you should be able to read these panels by yourself and read them correctly. Hafiz Muhammad. Yasser.
Yes, yes, 老师。
你好，请跟我读约
约
，OK，安
安
冤
冤
，OK，恩
恩
晕
冤
，OK， good， OK， 谢谢。So if you want to read these panels beginning with ü correctly, you must read this panel correctly, okay, at first. And how to read this panel correctly? And I have taught you to read E at first. You can speak E at first. Smile. And just round your mouth and keep the position of your tongue unmoved. Okay, ü, and the position of your tongue should be in front of your mouth. ü. Okay, everyone, please follow me. Round your mouth, and the position of your tongue should be in front of your mouth. Okay, and these panels just beginning with ü, 约 冤 晕 Okay, so I will ask another student to read these panels after me. Rashid Mahmood,
Yes, ma'am.
你好，请跟我读。The other students, please read by yourself. 约
约
Good. 安
安
冤
冤
Good. 恩
恩
晕
晕
Very good. 谢谢。Okay, so another one. Halima, 你好。Halima,
你好 ma'am.
were late. Why were you late? Halima,
Ma'am,
what's the
yes,
reason you were
I
late?
attend. Ma'am, I attend from class. I'm film.
Yes, but you were late, right? You came late. So I hope
Sorry,
don't
ma'am.
be late for the class. You should be on time. Everyone should be on time. Otherwise, you will miss some important things, important
Okay.
knowledge. Okay, 请跟我读。
约
约
约
Good. 安
安
冤
冤
恩
恩
晕
冤
Very good. 谢谢。
谢谢。
Okay. Muhammad Asalan, are you there? Muhammad Asalan. Makarim Ari.
Yes, ma'am. 你好吗？
Asalan 你好，请跟我读this one 约 this one 约 read it
Yeah.
not yeah. What you read is yeah, not yeah, not beginning with e, beginning with ü, yue,
Yeah.
not yeah. Your mouth should be rounded. Beginning like this. Yue.
Yeah.
Wrong. You didn't read this final correctly. Okay, so follow me. E, ü,
Yeah.
this one, ü, good. Okay, beginning with this one. Yue,
Yeah.
okay, better. Okay, let's go on. An, yuan, beginning with yuan, okay. Yun, okay, good. Good. 谢谢. Okay, so I will ask another one. Savara Javid.
Yes, ma'am.
跟我读. Yue,
Yeah.
an,
Yuan.
yuan, an, yun,
Yun.
谢谢.
Bushia.
Okay, so by doing this exercise, I think we have just reviewed the knowledge of the finals. Okay, and please pay attention to the differences between the pronunciations of the finals with and without e, o, ü. Okay, and let's go on to look at these initials and see what's the differences between these initials. Please listen to the recording carefully.
听录音并跟读，
And you can read
注意
after the recording.
送气音和不送气音发音的区别。
Listen to the recording and read after it. Pay attention to the differences between the aspirated and unaspirated initials. 波、坡、的、特、哥、科、鸡、七、滋、呲、知、吃。
Okay, so look at this initials. So there are aspirated and unaspirated initials. So what are the aspirated initials? Aspirated, it means when we read these initials, there should be, strong air flow out of our mouths. So these are aspirated initials. Okay, these are aspirated initials. So there are, when we read it, when we speak these initials, there should be a strong air flow out of our mouths. Okay, so just read these initials. 阿克萨加，你好，
你好，ma'am。
请跟我读，波。
波。
坡
坡
second one 坡
坡
second one 坡 the paper
坡
second one 坡
坡
坡
坡
OK 的
的
歌
特
歌
个
科
科
second one 科科科
科
科科
科
second one 科
科
cake cake 科
科
second one this one 科科 cake 科
科
what did you read OK 科 read it again 科
特特
not 科 just like cake 科cake I think you know cake 科 okay let's go on 鸡
鸡
七
七
滋
滋
呲
丝
知
知
吃
吃
okay good just this one 科 okay 谢谢
科
better okay Savara Javid
Yes, ma'am.
the other student please read this initial yourself okay
Bu,
坡
pu,
的
de,
科
te,
哥
ge,
科
ke,
鸡
ji,
鸡
chi,
滋
zi,
呲
si,
知
ji,
吃
chi.
okay good very good okay so and so far we have finished learning all the initials and finals and you should be able to read them correctly and read any Chinese new words if you are given pinyin okay so you must pay attention to the to the phonetics okay so please look at these syllables and I will read one of the syllable please please tell me
听录音并
tell
跟
me
读，
which one
注
I
意
have right okay
声母发音。
A or B number one listen to me and input your answer in the chat room A or B okay please be mute okay number one 胖 yes second right second right 胖 B okay okay this one 肚 which one A or B A correct 肚 okay this one 狗 yes A very good okay let's go on this one 七 which one B is correct 七 okay next 字 input your answer in the chat room quickly which one A is correct 字 okay the last one 桌 obviously it is A okay so So please, everyone, please listen to the recording together and please read
音的
after
区
the
别。
recording.
Listen to the recording and read after it. Pay attention to the differences between the initials.
棒、
棒、
胖、
胖、
肚、
肚、
兔、
兔、
狗、
狗、
口、
口、
鸡、
鸡、
七、
七、
字、
字、
次、
次、
桌、
桌、
车。
车. Okay, so I will ask one of you to read these syllables by yourself. Hafiz Mohammed Yasser. Okay. Hafiz Mohammed Yasser, please read by yourself.
Bang,
Bang, the first one, bang.
bang,
Mm.
hang,
Pang.
hang,
Mm.
do,
Du,
do,
du. Okay, 请跟
du,
我读. Read after me, please. Bang,
bang,
pang,
hang,
du,
do,
du,
do,
tu,
hu,
tu,
hu,
狗,
go,
口,
ko,
鸡,
ji,
七,
chi,
字,
zi,
四,
se,
桌,
chua,
车.
che,
Okay, good. 很好，很好。Okay, Savara Javid, 你好。
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please read these syllables by yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Bang,
嗯
pang,
胖
Pang.
use your energy. Okay,
pang, do, two,
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 嗯
go,
狗
go, ko,
嗯
g, g,
鸡
g,
鸡
g,
嗯
chi,
yes right
z, z,
字
z,
嗯
z, s,
yes right
j,
桌
j,
桌
j,
not 桌
j,
桌
j, ch, ch,
Okay,
ch,
Samara Javid. And you should pay attention to the fourth tone, okay? When we read the fourth tone, the tone should be higher and flat. Qi, qi, don't raise up, don't qi, qi, che, no, qi, qi, zhuo, che, okay? And when we read the fourth tone, we should use our energy and make the emphasis of the syllable. 棒, 胖, 肚, 兔, 字, 次, okay? And everyone, I think, the tones are still, one of the most difficult part for you to learn Chinese language. And you must, familiar with the four tones and read the four tones correctly. Otherwise, you can't speak Chinese language. You can't speak a standard Chinese language. Okay. So there are 7 minutes left. So let's continue to learn a new knowledge. One of the rules of pinyin, the syllable dividing mark. Okay, so please take a look. Take a look. How to use the
听录
syllable
音并
dividing
跟
mark.
读，
How to
注
use
意
it.
有无隔音符号的不同。
So when a syllable beginning with a, o, or follows another syllable, the syllable dividing mark is used to separate the two syllables. So for example, look at this syllable, 飘, that is one syllable. See, that is one syllable. But if there are two syllables, the second syllable beginning with a, right? So we should use the syllable dividing mark at here, okay? So it is just separated the two syllables. 皮袄, that is two syllables. There are two syllables. 皮袄, it means fur-lined jacket. But if there is only one syllable, 飘, it means to float. So do you understand? Let's look at another example. 先, that is one syllable, right? 先, it means earlier, before. But if there are two syllables, we should use the syllable dividing mark at here. And it is separated into two syllables, okay? 西安, that is the city of Xi'an, the name of the city, okay? Xi'an, in China, a city's name in China, Xi'an. And look at this syllable, 接, that is one syllable. It means to receive. But if there are two syllables and the second syllable beginning with we should use this syllable dividing mark at here. Okay? So 饥饿, it means hungry. And look at this. That is one syllable. 江, right? 江. The final is yang. Jiang, my name is Jiang. My first name is Jiang. So it has another meaning. Big river. And if there are two syllables, so we should use the syllable dividing mark here. 激昂, it means excited and impassioned. And look at this word. How to read it. There is no syllable dividing mark, so the second syllable should begin with the initial. So it is 发难, right? 发难, it means to launch an attack. 发难. But if there are two syllables and the second syllable beginning with we should use the syllable dividing mark before the second syllable. So that is 翻案. 翻案, it means to reverse a verdict. And look at this. How to read this word? Who can read it? You can speak aloud.
Fang an.
Yes, right. 反感, that is two syllables. So the second syllable begin with the initial g, 反感, right? It means to loathe. But if there are two syllables and the second syllable beginning with so we should use the syllable mark up here to separate the two syllables. So how to read it?
Fang an.
Yes, right. 方案, right? 方案. If there is no the syllable dividing mark, we should read it 反感. But because there is the syllable dividing mark here, so we should read it 方案. It means work plan. So are you clear? What is the syllable dividing mark and how to use the syllable dividing mark? So please take a look. When a syllable beginning with a, o, or so the syllable beginning with a, 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 there is no example with beginning with o. So when a syllable beginning with a or follows another syllable, the syllable dividing mark is used to separate the two syllables. Okay? So please, everyone, let's listen to the recording carefully together and pay attention to the syllable dividing mark. Okay. And after we finish listening to the recording,
同
our class will be over.
Listen to the recording and read after it.
Please read
Pay
after the
attention to the
recording.
differences between the words with and without the syllable dividing mark.
飘、
飘、
皮袄、
皮袄、
鲜、
鲜、
西安、
西安、
街、
街、
饥饿、
饥饿、
江、
江、
激昂、
激昂、
发难、
发难、
翻案、
翻案、
反感、
反感、
方案。
方案。Okay, so I think it's time for today's class to be over, and you can take a screenshot. You can take a screenshot and review the rule of pinyin, the syllable dividing mark, and read the syllables by yourself. Okay, after class. And I think it's time for today's class to be over.